Thank you for accessing the content on my site. This is Jane Lipman. The goal is to help you become news literate. We will go over news sources, news literacy, and bias in the news. We won't discuss particular political or social viewpoints or recommend any favorite news sources. That's for you to determine. These few short sessions will provide you with a framework that you can use immediately to ensure that the content you read is worthy of your time and thought, and it will help guide you as to whether to share with others the news that you are consuming. What is news literacy? There is a good definition of news literacy from the News Literacy Project, a nonpartisan organization working in this area. News literacy refers to your ability to critically evaluate and analyze news sources, understand their credibility, and make informed conclusions based on the information. Newsworthiness determines which issues and events get covered and how prominently. It is based on how timely, important, interesting, and unique a story is. Journalists, who often juggle multiple story ideas at once, use these key criteria to help decide which stories the public most needs to know in a given news cycle. So why news literacy? Well, critical thinking is an essential element of news literacy. When you think critically about a news story, you have a framework to question and analyze the content, explore sources, identify potential biases, and make rational judgments based on evidence and logical reasoning. Because we are a democratic society and vote for a representative government, a deeper understanding of the news is needed to ensure we can truly express our point of view and participate in rational discourse, both in person and online. There are many ways to examine news, and we will cover these frameworks in depth in the next lesson. For now, remember that news comes in a variety of forms. Mainstream media, such as represented on the screen here, including organizations such as the Wall Street Journal, NBC News, Minnesota Public Radio. Social media, like X, Facebook, and Instagram, and also non-traditional news, such as blogs, podcasts, self-published websites, and even word of mouth. An important thing to keep in mind as we explore news literacy is to exercise caution when sharing or forwarding news content that you have not yet reviewed under the news literacy lens. You do not want to spread misinformation or disinformation. We've heard the term fake news. So what is the difference between news and fake news? Well, the term fake news is used in a few different ways currently. It can describe a completely false news story that is simply not based on any facts. It may be designed to be a hoax, and its intent may be even to cause harm. It also could be news that is a parody and is meant to be understood as a joke. But for these tutorials, for our understanding of news literacy, our definition is more nuanced and can include any news that violates one or more of the following principles: credibility, reliability, accuracy, or bias that is not transparent. We will discuss these principles in the next tutorial.